Our trip starts in Orange County, California. We broke up the mileage into manageable drive days, especially because we were traveling with our two dogs, Cooper and Tucker. The first leg of our journey was 326 miles. The first night we stayed at a Harvest Host location, a farm just outside of Sacramento. It was a beautiful and peaceful place, and we were able to get a good rest after that long travel day. I will leave a link to Harvest Host in my description below. I really recommend this program. It adds an element of variety to your travel days, and you'll also save a lot of money. We drove from Sacramento area 252 miles north to Redding, California, where we spent the short night and an easy on and off access RV park. Our third day takes us 249 miles through Grants Pass onto the Oregon coast, Harris Beach State Park. We love Oregon state parks. They are well maintained, reasonably priced, and many have full hookups. Of course, we had to make reservations well in advance, but this is typical of campgrounds these days. Our site was beautiful, with views of the ocean and the sound of the waves lulling us into deep sleep. The dogs were able to play on the beach, and despite a few clouds, we had really good, warm weather.
Cooper and Tucker. Hi, happy dogs.
Here, we continued our journey up Highway 101 on the Oregon coast all the way to the northwesternmost tip of Oregon, Fort Stevens State Park, a 334-mile drive day. This drive was beautiful, and we passed so many wonderful coastal cities that are definitely worth exploring. This was another Oregon State Park that we absolutely loved. There are miles of paved bike paths to explore. The beach is a beautiful, sandy, gentle, sloping beach with easy waves. You can drive your vehicle on the beach too. The park allows dogs on the hiking trails as well as the beach and surrounding areas, so this was a huge bonus during our stay. It is a huge campground offering everything from tent sites, cabins, to full hookups, kayak tours on the adjoining lake, ranger programs, and more. Check it out in the link I'll leave below.
Cooper, Tucker, come on, right up the hill. Come on.
My brother came to visit for a couple nights, and we were able to take a drive into the nearby city of Astoria. We went to Pier 39, where you could watch, listen, and photograph hundreds of sea lions soaking up the sun. It was pretty cool. Here you could also grab some fresh fish and chips or other seafood such as fresh crab. Back at Fort Stevens Campground, we came across a huge elk just posing for a perfect photo. My parents arrived a day later, and we were able to connect and have a good time eating, playing games, and sitting around the campfire. This area provided an excellent starting point to explore neighboring areas of the Oregon coast, such as the famous Haystack Rock at Cannon Beach. These quaint seaside towns deserve a whole video of their own, and I'm sure you can find them on YouTube. Cities such as Seaside and Tillamook. From the Oregon coast, we headed east and drove into the Columbia Gorge, which I had never explored. We stayed at a boutique little campground on the Washington side of the gorge, and this required driving over the Bridge of the Gods, a unique piece of history to check out. Our little campground was amazingly beautiful, and the dogs enjoyed playing in the river. We had incredible sweeping views of the Columbia River. Our trailer was set up in a park-like setting, and this campground had a swimming and dock area and beautiful waterfront footage. This would be our home for the next 3 nights, while exploring the Columbia Gorge and surrounding areas. It was a great place to relax, try some new recipes, and explore. Tucker comes for watermelon in the trailer camping. Did you come for lunch? Did you want some watermelon? You like that watermelon? Our first stop was to the famous Multnomah Falls. I had been here as a child but do not remember it. Because we were in the shoulder season of camping, timed entry passes were not required, and we enjoyed our time here. We even got a little exercise and hiked up to the top of the falls. The gorge is known for its many hikes and waterfalls, and this is just one of many that we saw that day. We also took a tour of the Bonneville Dam and fish locks. The ladders were teeming with salmon. The underwater viewing room of the salmon swimming up the ladders was really cool. For epic views of the entire gorge, I recommend visiting the Vista House, sitting high above the Columbia River. There was so much to see and do in the Columbia Gorge, we opted to drive the scenic Hood River Fruit Loop, which takes you into the foothills of the gorge full of vineyards, orchards, and farms. Our drive home took us 342 miles to our first stop in Ashland, Oregon, at Emigrant Lake, a beautiful reservoir in a tranquil setting. From here we traveled 329 miles to a full hookup RV resort just off the 5 freeway in Lodi. The next stop was at a KOA in Bakersfield, and although this wasn't a very long drive day, I was able to avoid the LA rush hour traffic by continuing on into the next day. Our final drive took us home. All in all, a total of 2,872 miles. I even got my Washington State sticker. If any of these places which we visited interest you, check out the links in the description below. I can also share with you my exact itinerary, including mileage and drive times. Just email me your email address and put in the title, Oregon Coast Trip. I hope this video might help you plan your own trip to the Oregon coast, or at least give you some ideas. If you found this helpful, please consider liking the video so that YouTube will push it out to more people. And be sure to subscribe. It encourages me to continue to publish content such as this. Safe travels and enjoy the journey.